Hello everybody and welcome to my final video of the 2022 Pro Motocross season here. It is done. My video is late. I'm so sorry about that. By the way, I am challenging somebody else's Ghost here. The fastest lap times Ghost here. So that's why you're going to see another rider on the track. That doesn't matter though. Here we go. This is Fox Raceway 2 race recap. I'm going to recap the 250s first, and then I'm going to talk about some other stuff that happened because I had a crazy weekend as well. And we'll get into that. That'll be my extra topic, and then we'll talk about 450s here. So yeah, I had a very crazy weekend, but like I said, I actually got to do some exciting stuff at the racing this weekend. So yeah, we'll get into that for my extra topic. But first, let's start with 250 class because that was the uneventful class of the day, I have to say. I mean, it wasn't as uneventful as I thought it was going to be. I kind of had a front row seat to everything that was going on because I actually watched these first motos track, like literally trackside, not inside the fence trackside. I mean trackside, like right next to mechanics there, and we'll get into how I did that here in a little bit. But let's talk about it. I did get to watch a lot of the race, more than I expected to, honestly, even though probably shouldn't have, but I did get to watch a lot of the race, so let's get into it. First off, I want to talk about, first of all, Jet Lawrence. Talked to his agent Lucas Myrtle on Friday, and they were all very confident that he was going to walk away with the title. All Jet had to do was finish 12th or better in the first moto to win the 250 Outdoor Championship, and he came out and won the first moto. But hey, that was not an easy win for him. He had Joe Shimoda all over him that first moto. That was a good battle, and then Hunter closed up. And then I guess we can talk about it, and you guys can go in the comment section and make your comments about this too. I want to hear, because I really don't have an opinion on this because I didn't actually see this live. I saw it on TV because we had a TV where I was watching it too. I watched a lot of it in the MX. I watched this happen at the MX Sports Truck, and actually didn't catch it live. I caught it, the replay of it, but I've seen it pretty much plenty of times here. The Hunter Lawrence and Joe Shimoda contact at the end of that first moto. Hunter meant to do it. Hunter Lawrence definitely meant to make contact, but I mean, he's 7 points down. I believe he didn't get second in points at the end of the day because Joe winning that second moto by a good gap. So Hunter didn't get second on the day, but honestly, when you're only 7 points down, you got to try something, and he found an opening. It wasn't a slight opening, but it was an opening, and he took it, and he knocked Joe Shimoda down. I don't think he meant to knock him down like that, but he definitely meant to go in with intent. He had intent to pass him, probably not to take him down. Probably just bump him out of the way, like was it Roxon and Tomac at the beginning of the year in Colorado, when Roxon got aggressive with Tomac, kind of bumped him off the track. I think he meant to do that. I don't think he meant to knock him down. When I first saw it, I was like, nah, that can't be on purpose because their lines just came together. That's what I thought. And then hearing, or at least I saw a thumbnail, and it pretty much summed it up for me. The Vital MX interview with Hunter Lawrence. I only saw the thumbnail of that, and he basically said, yeah, when there's second on the points on the line. And I haven't watched that interview yet. I might go back and watch it. I've been recovering from Saturday because Saturday really got to me. Yeah, I think he meant to do it. I don't think he meant to actually knock him down as hard as he did, but I had somebody come at me and go, that was a Barsha type move. No, it wasn't. And I respect this person, but he was so off. This was somebody came at me and said, yeah, that was blatant. It wasn't that blatant. Like, it wasn't Barshaw and Malcolm in Supercross. It wasn't that blatant. But this person also didn't know what was on the line. So I feel like if you look at it, like, if nothing's on the line there, if they're not battling for second in the points, that's not a cool move. But you're battling for second in the points. What would you rather do? What would you guys rather see? These guys actually push each other wide, or would you rather see these guys hold hands around the track? So yeah, I didn't have a problem with the Hunter and Joe situation. I'm sure everyone will go back and forth in the comments of this video, and I will comment right back at you. So yeah, I reply to the comments if I can. I try to. But yeah, other than that, racing was, I mean, it was a really good battle. There was multiple times there when I was watching outside on the track that I thought Joe was going to get Jet. They were close the whole moto. And something I did not realize was Hunter actually got really close to Jet Lawrence at the end of that first moto. And apparently, and I can't confirm this because it was only on the broadcast, and I didn't hear any of the the podium interviews for 250s. Literally all day, I only heard the last 450 interviews at the end of the day. Apparently, Jet said that if he knew it was Hunter, then he would have let him win that moto. But like I said, I can't confirm that because that's about. Oh wait, Chance Hymas made his pro debut. I saw him because I was in the staging area for the race because that's where I was working. He got interviewed by Jason Thomas for the broadcast. I don't know what was said. I didn't hear it, but I just saw that. I believe I have a photo of that too. But yeah, Chance Hymas, kind of a tough pro debut there for him. He battled with Deegan the second moto. Hayden kind of had a good day. Finally finished 2 motos. I believe Hayden went 16:10 on the day, if I'm not mistaken. I just watched their vlog and met Brian Deegan on the side of the track. Just shook his hand real quick, said big fan or whatever. Brian's really cool. Hayden was really cool at the line with me. Gave him a fist bump, said good luck during one of the qualifying sessions or whatever. But yeah, and you're probably wondering, well, how'd you get to do all that, be in staging and be on the side of the track? That concludes my 250 here, because there's really not a lot to talk about in the 250. Most of it's in the 450. But Davey Coombs put up a photo on Friday of this kid with James Stewart, which I thought was so cool. And you might not know this, I'm that kid. Yes, Davey Coombs put up a photo, this kid with James Stewart and Chad Reed. I'm that kid right there. That was me in that photo. And he tagged my Instagram in it too, so thank you, Davey, for that. So yeah, I got to meet James Stewart and Chad Reed on Friday. That was so cool. The reason I was there, obviously, to watch the race, and I'm so glad I got to watch the race, but I was actually a race official this weekend. Yeah, I was a race official, so I basically did transponder stuff, and so I was at staging the whole day pretty much, and then I got to watch the race from the side of the track. And in fact, if you saw during the first 450 moto when they came around the finish line and then hit that tabletop and then looped around there was a kid standing on the side of the track. That kid was me. So yeah, that you probably saw me on TV there. I'm sure I got a lot of TV time. Once again, I haven't watched it. Yeah, I was a race official this weekend and got to watch pretty much the moto. I had heat got to me, so I couldn't watch the second moto from out there. I had to watch them from the trailer because they were nice enough to let me cool off in the trailer there. But yeah, basically, that was such a cool weekend. I ended up throwing up at the end of the day because it was so hot. Like that was good thing they cut the motos down because I don't think anyone would have survived. It definitely made the racing. Oh, back to 250s. I'm sorry. I forgot to talk about Marvin Muscan, who surprised me, honestly. Second moto was just a bad start. But first moto, he was like third for a long time there. At least the whole time I was out there. Yeah, so if you go on Davey's page, I'm the third post in. It's the photo with Chad Reed and James Stewart. I'm that kid right there. So yeah, you can go follow that Instagram too, and in fact, I'll even leave my Instagram in the bottom there. I got a lot of people following me now. Davey Coombs even follow. It's been a dream weekend, and yeah, I've been recovering. That's why this video is late, because that heat got to me. But yeah, I was a race official this weekend. Had a blast doing it, and already in talks to do it next year. So yeah, thank you to MX Sports for letting me be part of the team. And yeah, my first paycheck. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for the future here, and might probably most likely we'll talk to Davey here about possibly getting on the magazine. So yeah, yeah, Chad Reed and James Stewart, they're super cool. Got to talk to Lucas Myrtle, like I said. Got to talk to Chase Sexton a little bit. Not really talk to Chase Sexton. I more just got a photo with him. And in fact, the last 5 minutes of 450 Moto 2, which we'll get into 450 action here in just a second, because there was a lot that happened there. Last few minutes of 450 Moto 2, I actually went down to the podium because as a race official, with that with that credential, I was pretty much able to go everywhere. So I could just walk on the track and not be bothered. So actually last few minutes at 450 race, I actually went down there and watched the celebration, and in fact there's my video of Eli Tomac 450 champion on my YouTube Shorts page. That's actually video from me. I got to be down there, and I did not leave that podium until I shook Eli, Chase, and Jason's hand. I shook all their hands there, so that was dope. Yeah, that championship celebration was cool. Actually, in fact, there is photos on Twitter. I didn't put up the 251, but I actually was in the trailer, the truck, when Mike Pelletier came to grab the number 1 plate, so I got a photo with both the number 1 plates. Yeah, my life was good this weekend, but I was winded. And the Tomac Championship shirts that you all saw on the broadcast that they all put on, I got one of those too. And honestly, you know what I was thinking? I was thinking on Sunday morning, heading into church, well, they probably made some for Chase Sexton, so I'm sure if I asked that day, I could have got one for Chase Sexton too. Unfortunately, I didn't think of it in the moment. But yeah, that was a good weekend for me. Got to do a lot of cool stuff, but hey, who could say that they have a photo with James Stewart and Chad Reed? That was definitely one of the highlights of the weekend. But on to the 450 class here. I'm sure this is what you all came for, to hear my opinions on it, because I got to watch a good deal of it. I feel bad for my family, especially my dad, who really didn't get to watch the races this weekend. 450 wise, though, let's get started with it. Let's just talk. I don't even know where to start. Let's just go in chronological order. First off, I didn't even know, but I guess Dungey crashed in the first turn of the first moto with Kenny, and Anderson was back there, and a lot of guys were down. I only just saw it this morning or whatever, but I was watching Dungey that whole moto, just coming through, and he didn't look like he was passing guys, but apparently he finished 10. Let me let my dog out real quick. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, sorry about that. Apparently he got 10th in that moto. Roxon got 8th, which I thought they were going to be 15th. I was watching them quite a bit, and I was watching Eli and Chase quite a bit. But yeah, Eli, Tomac, and Chase Sexton. Let's talk about them. So I'm sure y'all already know what happened, but I'm just going to give my opinion on it. Here's my real opinion. I thought Sexton was going to win the first moto. Actually, Tomac came out. I watched the Vital interview for Tomac. He said he wanted to win that first moto, and it was clear. That kind of reminded me like Iron Man, though, for Eli, where the last few minutes he just strikes. And I had that big headset on so I could hear everything, and I was a little bummed when when Tomac took the lead there, because I honestly thought, I don't know about you guys, but I thought Chase was gonna take that win pretty easily. Just hold him off, and you know how huge that would have been had Sexton held him off. But unfortunately couldn't. Chase actually, and they showed it in the Lucas Oil race recap, and this is the only this is the only time I got in that video, because when Chase made that mistake over the table, I believe they were coming up to lap somebody, and I was like, Dungy was in the other section, so I believe I was over there, and then I heard, oh, leaders come across the finish line, because I get those notifications too through my headset, and I don't know, I just happened to look over, and Chase was like kind of rolling that tabletop. I was like, what the hell are you doing? Well, like, what the hell happened? So yeah, and if you guys wonder, I know there's a lot of fans that wonder, and I wonder this too, when you're cheering them on the side of the track, can they actually see you? I believe they can. Because I cheered on Anderson that first moto. I cheered on Chase. I cheered on Barsha. I cheered on my friend Josh Mosman. And I got Chase, I believe, looked at me. Barsha looked at me. And Anderson looked at me. And Josh actually, when I talked to Josh after the race, he said, oh yeah, I definitely saw you on the side of the track there. So yeah, these guys sometimes, and I even asked him, so do you guys actually do see the fans though? He's like, well, we see some of them, but I definitely saw you, because me and Josh has been friends for years. So, and Barsha, when he came to staging, so I was at staging, like checking these guys in, and I actually tested their transponders. So basically what we did was, I just held a button up to their number plate where the transponder is, and checked it, and it beeped on me if it was fine, and if it didn't beep, then we had issues. But when Barsha and Ollie Stone came up, like first qualifying session, they actually recognized me. Everyone got super excited. Like if you know me, I'm that Make-A-Wish kid from Millville. So everyone was so excited to see me working, and even Anderson's mechanic, who is pretty good boys with me from Millville, showed me around the bike and stuff up there. He got super excited to see me too. Everyone was super excited to see I'm actually working now. So yeah, the main point is, don't give up your dreams. Anyway, so yeah, Chase made that mistake on the tabletop, and he made a charge there towards the end, but Eli was able to get that win. And then we go into the second moto, and you can argue with me in the comments all you want. If Chase didn't make that first mistake, I believe Chase was going to win that championship. And maybe that's just me being a Chase Sexton homer, but I fully believe Chase Sexton was going to win that championship had he not made that first mistake. And that first mistake was caused, and Stewart even said this, you could see Chase look over to see where Tomac is, and as he's doing that, he's getting huckabucked or whatever it's called, and he's going down. And from there, I think he rode a little bit over his head in that moto, and Eli was just going to the front. Maybe Eli still wins that championship, but I believe Chase Sexton would have rode a lot differently, and Eli would have rode a lot differently had that not happened. But hey, that's just my opinion. Y'all can argue me in the comments. Eli Tomac stamped it with a 1-1, and yeah, he was all happy, but then I went up to Chase to shake his hand, and he barely even looked at me. So Chase is bummed, but he was at the golf tournament for Team USA for MXON on Sunday, so I believe Chase is just fine. It sounds like he went surfing today, so I think Chase is recovered, but obviously you come that close. But honestly, Chase Sexton should not be bummed at all. He took Eli to the limit this year, and yeah, it didn't work out in the end, but still, he should not be bummed at all. So Mike Pelletier was a joy to hang out with this weekend. Mike Pelletier, if you don't know, I don't know exactly what he does. I know he he was the head honcho in picking our nation's team, which he even asked me because I gave him suggestions in Millville. He asked me when I saw him on Friday. He was like, "Do you like the team? Do you like the team?" I was like, "Good choice, man. Like, you made the right choice. Justin came on strong. I'm not arguing your choices, which I think we can win MX of Nations this year. Like, I'm very confident. What Eli and Chase did this year, I believe we can do it. Like, Chase Sexton's even said, yeah, me and Eli could definitely go win this year. So yeah, I'm excited, man. Maybe I'll go. I don't think I'll go. I had the opportunity to. I don't think I'll go through with it because flying is no joke and all that stuff. So yeah, it'd be cool to see another state, but honestly, I don't think I'm gonna go. But that'd be rad if I could go. That was a great weekend. Tomac wins the championship, and as far as I know, that's his last race. His last motocross race. So the plan is for him, as far as I know, is they're gonna go defend Supercross, and then that'll be the last we see of Eli Tomac. Yeah, just super cool to see him come across the line and win that, and to be that close to the celebration was so cool. Like, that was one of the things I wanted to do. And yeah, my weekend was good too, and it was weird because first moto, Eli was like the first one to show up to staging, and the last moto, he was one of the last ones. And then Jason was always late, let's be real. But yeah, so cool to see those guys again, and so cool to work, man. I got a good payday out of that, and I'm excited to keep going. MX Sports, Davey, if you're watching this video, thank you so much for the opportunity. I really appreciate it. And you know, guys, the things I did this weekend, I didn't think I would ever do in my life, and I'm glad I got the opportunity. I'm glad I'm okay, because that heat was brutal. I've made some friends in the industry too. Like, I'd say me and Mike Pelletier boys. So yeah, thank you all so much for the support on the channel. I've gained a lot of subscribers. We're on the road to 1,000, so if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. Like this video, comment your opinions on the topics I talked about. And my question of the day is, can we win MXON? That's my question of the day here. So yeah, thank you so much, everybody, for making my dreams possible. And yeah, I had a good time this weekend. So yeah, time for MX and Nations, and we can win this year. I have faith. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching here today. I hope you all enjoyed it. And yeah, see you later.